Hey guys, just turn up my TV a little bit. Hey, if you're coming to me by the for the headlines, crypto, um, I did. I keep up with a lot of guys that do the analysis and all this pertinent things based off history, the good feeling that they're getting from crypto, all this ooh yeah that's going on around crypto. Now, I did get into the crypto market. I got in and I got out real quick. I saw the warning signs, and there are those out there that disagree with me that say that the stock market and crypto are just two different things. Neither one affects each other. They're totally separate. It's centralized versus decentralized or whatever. I'm calling bullshit on that. I'm calling bullshit because the fact is that please tell me right now if you can look on your charts and see this has happened. When's the last time it happened? There's people that go back to 2002 and say, well, this happened then. People, I'm sorry, we're not in the same world, right? We're not in the same economic world right now. We saw Dow Jones, we saw the stock market, Dow Jones, that NASDAQ fall in the last 2 days of trading, Thursday and Friday. We saw them fall. I'm not talking about just take a dip. I'm talking about 500 points one day, 700 points the next day. NASDAQ was down off. NASDAQ was down so bad I didn't keep up with it. We don't have stocks in there. Stock portfolio is basically utility based. I'm one of those slow growth kind of guys, but when I see an opportunity, to step on it. But also, I want to bring out some points that why you're analyzing crypto that you can actually take all this point into, because I know everybody is actually like, well, what do I do? Should I stay? Should I hold? Should I get out? And all that decision is up to you. I'm not here to offer you financial advice. I'm just here to bring up some points that maybe you haven't thought about, or maybe you have, but it just doesn't all kind of make sense or whatever. Well, let's look at it this way. Okay. And I'll quote some quotes here that I have on my wall that I quote and I utilize when I start trading. Because the fact is that some days you just don't have good days. Well, let's just see. I got out of Bitcoin. Let's see. Last week it was at 16,972. Ethereum was at 1,272. Right below 17, right above 1,700 is where I sold, and then right at 1,400 I sold my Ether. I just didn't like the way it was going, didn't like the way it looked, and I said, "I'll back up. Let me hold the phone here." This is a method that's used by the stock market right now. The stock market implemented this. I believe it was after the 2008 crash. I believe it was after that, or it may have been the dot-com crash, but I don't really remember. But anyway, this is what happened. What happened is that on the stock market, they put in barriers. And in other words, and they call them breakers. People thought, "Oh, you're throwing a breaker on here." No, these are barriers, and what they do is it stops trading. It stops panic trading. In other words, it can only go so low, so fast, and then whenever it gets there, boom, it stops. It gives traders an opportunity to back up, check their positions, and find out where they're going from there. Back in 2000, during 87, that 87 crash, the same thing happened. People didn't know their positions. They were selling off so fast. They didn't even know their positions. People said, make a market. What am I supposed to price at? Because the market was just tanking. There was no profit anywhere in the market. There was nowhere to hide. There was nothing to do except just take your hits and try to get out as best you can and try to save a little bit of money. Same thing's happening in crypto. And it goes back to what Michael Berry said that, those of you who don't know Michael Berry, he's the guy that he made like $80 million in 2008 crash. Anyway, whenever he recognized this, and this is what I recognize as well. Loans were Loans were actually they were foreclosed upon. They were actually being foreclosed upon. There were late notices. All these things were actually coming out in 2008, and they couldn't understand why. Well, the reason is because the fact is that we were overvalued. The banks actually thought that they confused leverage with brilliance, and that didn't really come out too good. So basically, what I'm saying is that Michael Barry quoted me, says, you know what? It's possible we're in a totally fraudulent system. It's possible. We won't know the outcome of this for a couple, 3 years of crypto. We got Friedman going on trial. We got more shit to go. I mean, Coinbase, Z, he's like sweating bullets right now because people are pulling out. They don't want to stay in this type of market because the fact is that it's too volatile. You can't, you cannot have any stock or any coin that has a growth, a slow growth. And when that happens, the fact is it leaves it too volatile. So it's like, you know what? One day you're up, one day you're down. Most of the crypto people that you actually talk to, they'll show you their banking, their crypto account, a million, 2 billion, 2 million, whatever. It's all made up because the fact is that, you know what? You actually don't have it. It's bought, it's in your name. You may have the address on it. And you may have your address in your backup, somewhere. That doesn't make no difference because the fact is that if it's not, how are you going to keep up with it when it's moving so fast? I mean, crypto works on a 24-hour time frame. It's like the stock market's open all day. There's a reason why the stock market doesn't do that is because the fact is that it closes a business. That's our banking business in our country. That's it. And the Nikkei actually starts over in Japan. Blah, blah, blah. But see, any investment into crypto until we get all of it hashed out. I don't believe the contagion's over with yet. I really don't. I really believe it's just the tip of the iceberg. I believe there's going to be a lot of exchanges that are going to go down or go out of business because the fact is they don't have the cash on hand. If everybody goes down, banks, I want my crypto back. Well, we don't have it. So they stop the exchange. And they stopped the exchange for everybody. Do the same thing. Well, back up. But the thing about it is that it never stops. So you're trying to figure out your position, trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Crypto's going like this. Or I should just say Bitcoin. Bitcoin goes like this. I'll give you an example. It goes like this. And you're still trying to make up your mind. Do I stay? Do I go? Whatever. You got everybody on Twitter saying, hold. I'm like, for what? Oh, the price is going to come back up. Yeah, it'll come back half the value, so you're still half down what you had invested. Crypto is designed to take your money. I feel more comfortable right now with the surroundings. I feel more comfortable right now in taking $100 and going to Vegas on the crap table. $20 bets. I'll walk away with 150 at least, and then a few cold beers with it. At least they give you a cold beer or drink, so you can lose your money and still be happy. But the thing about it is that we have to start looking at crypto in a whole different. It's not the savior. It's not going to save anybody from a recession that we're in, midst that we're in. We're in a recession. Wall Street doesn't want to call it. Nobody wants to call it. But the fact of the matter is that they don't want. Nobody wants to be the first one to say we're in a recession. Because then you get dumped on by everybody. Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. Whatever. So we'll just see how it plays out. I'm looking forward to the opening bell tomorrow morning and seeing what actually has happened over the weekend. And I don't know if it depends. Nobody knows in the market right now where stocks are going because the fact is that we just had 2 down days. And do we have enough to actually support higher stock rates than what we have? Because the fact is that if it's not, we don't have anything. We don't have anything to back our money up with. Interest rates, okay, they raised them up all the way. So in other words, we got people who can't afford their homes. This is what we're talking about here, people. People get into crypto and buy Bitcoin, buy Ether, and it's like a side gig. Okay, I'm making money here or whatever. Until you're not, the Grim Reaper's going to come find you. The longer you stay in crypto, the longer Big Brother's going to find you. And they'll take all your money. They don't play. They'll take all your money and not care about it. This reminds me of the 2008 crash, and the reason why it does is because the fact is that it's a totally fraudulent system. I'm going all the way down to Twitter, to Facebook, to all of it. It's totally, I say it's worthless. But the fact is it's not producing as it's advertised. And there's going to be more and more people as of Monday who's going to walk away from crypto and say, yeah, I lost my ass on that shit. It's just how long you want to stay in there to figure it out. You know, it's just about, do I still have crypto? Yeah, I do. I still have some, but I got it in a stable coin. I moved everything to a stable coin, put it on my backup. That's all I can do. And while I was doing so, backing everything up, I was losing money the whole time. I was imagining, what if this would happen at night when I was in bed? Holy shit, I wake up, I ain't got no damn crypto. But for me, it's basically getting to know the system, what works, what doesn't, what reacts to what actually affects the system, what doesn't. And I haven't found any kind of product or backbone that crypto is set on. It's not like the market. You get the oil prices. What's the oil price for today? If you go into derivatives, or if you want to play commodities, but basically in the stock market, Dow Jones, I mean, they have something of value that you want. So in other words, it's like I got a phone here. Okay, I think it's worth this, but what you think it's worth is not. So that opens up to the other fraudulent act that happens or whatever, is that, and even Elon Musk even mentioned this in an interview. I think it's slipped, but anyway, he said that, they were talking about pump and dump schemes or whatever. Now, I've seen pump and dumps done on Dow Jones, and I've seen them do it in some of the commodities. But it's never was as obvious as this. When your stock goes straight up, okay, it's going to come straight down, or it's going to inkle you down. Here's the worst. It just inks down a little bit, and then you're like, oh, let me buy some more because it's going to go up. Let me keep buying some more. So there you go. It's not that you're not actually understanding a system, because when they created the CDO, they asked, well, what were the lawyers who read this shit? Who are the lawyers who read shit? And the answer was, even lawyers don't understand this shit, which is going to be interesting when they take Friedman to jail. I didn't take Friedman to trial because the fact is that there's no precedence for this. He lost a lot of people money. A lot of people have lost a lot of people money. It's the method in which he did it. And that's what we're actually questioning, is the method he did it. The Ponzi scheme of this aspect comes in because the fact is that he was using money. He was robbing Peter to pay Paul. That shit caught up with him, because all of a sudden Peter didn't have enough to pay Paul, so all hell broke loose. But I'm not a big proponent of crypto right now. I'm not pissed because I lost a lot of money. I didn't. I put my toe in the water and see how it felt for a little bit before I jumped in. And before I jumped in, I'm glad I didn't, because there was no way possible on the exchange, the ones that I use, no way possible on the exchanges that I could withdraw my money quickly. Now, people say that these nanos are Nano X, Nano S. I think I got an S. People say that they're the savior. Okay, let me give you an example. Let's say you're on playing a market or whatever, or you're on their daily pricing and you're going on whatever, and the exchange stops. Just stops. No withdrawals, no payouts. No, it just stalls out. That's exactly what happened in 2008. Nobody wanted to borrow. Nobody wanted to lend. Money just stayed stagnant. You guys understand in our economy, we've got to be trading. We have to create economy. You got to sell, you got to buy, you got to do both. You can't just buy, you got to buy and sell. With crypto, there's no way to do that because the fact is, if you buy, there's no guarantee that you can sell fast enough. I mean, if you put in if in the old days before 2008, if you put in an order, you put in an order, then there was a clerk there that actually put in your order into the computer and actually gave the piece of paper to a guy who had to walk all the way around to another desk and record. So, in other words, it's a long way. Now, the biggest trap we have right now, and I don't think anybody's discussed it, is this: is that let me see if I can come up with the words where I don't sound like a damn stupid hick, but basically we're actually experiencing crypto or Ethereum, or when you're looking at all this and you look them up, they'll all say we're the fastest, we're the bestest, we're the, we invest in this. Do you have a proven tracker? Do you have a financial statement where I can look and see how well? No, they don't. They're not shit, because the fact is that we are not centralized. Now, I know I'm going to hear the argument left and right or whatever about people saying that decentralized is the best way to go. We get the government out of our business and all this shit or whatever. Well, Mr. Friedman just got us in the damn business. We wanted less regulation. We didn't want any regulation. We said to the federal government and everybody else, screw you, we can do this ourselves and we can do it better. So they went out and they created a crypto market. No regulation, no nothing, no SEC, nobody actually looking into crypto, so it's its own separate entity, whatever. However, the fact is they just forgot one little thing. They forgot that coin is your cash. And they'll manipulate it however they need to in the market. Give me an example. How many people have actually seen this? Whatever. You'll see it. I see it on my messages all the time or whatever. And the recent ones was on Poly and was on Matic. Polymatic. Anyway, basically what they did is they just, they humped it up. We're going to be bigger, better, best, whatever. And we'll be the best, fastest exchange. We got it, whatever. So I'm like, okay, where's my value here? Where is the value? I may let crypto ride for 2 or 3 days. I may make a few dollars or whatever. But the fact of the matter is that it don't last long. The opportunity for you to make money in crypto, the window, now it's been like this, because the fact is that now we've got people questioning the entire system, and as well as it should be. But we didn't want regulation. Okay. So what we're saying is we can do it ourselves. We can actually perform on this market. We could actually do good on this market. Well, it's decentralized, and they make this dollar. I just pay you. I don't have to go to a bank, or I just pay you. And they all advertise that. First, they just change the words on every marketing material they put out. And you notice that marketing material only appears on social media, because the fact is that now I'm having, but we can't. So basically, by us saying we didn't want any centralization, we did it to ourselves. People I'm saying, we all did it. We all fell for the trap. What we did was that, we trusted in the system. We wanted to trust these people. We thought that people were on the up and up and wanted to make the best of this system and actually make a little profit, make some profit, but also contribute in the best way they thought possible from doing person to person. However, we've got about something. People freaking lie. The guy in Wall Street Gecko, he said it best: greed, for lack of a better word, is great. It's good. And how do we know that? Well, because the fact is that you got people out there that just take advantage of people that are just coming to the market, put their money safe somewhere. So like, don't do it. Don't do it. Because the fact is that your possibilities of winning this bet, which is what it is, it's a bet. They're wiping out each and every individual who actually puts money on crypto. It may not happen now, it may not be tomorrow, it may not be the next day, but the fact is it's coming. So maybe the only thing that'll actually change that is the fact is when you see it moving down, boom, get out. Get out. Because you got a 50-50 chance it's going to go right back up in the next 5 minutes. Now, last point. Everybody knows when you get into the stock market, it's all volatile. There's a chance of you losing your money. One of the greatest sayings I have that people have made up on here is the fact is that don't spend what spend, don't use what you can't afford to lose. Okay. Well, the fact of the matter is that don't invest in crypto because the fact is you're going to lose your money at some point in time, and you cannot rely on any information in the past. This is not the same environment we have back in when you're charting this stuff. There are unknown factors out there that are affecting crypto that we don't even freaking know about because why? We got whales in the system that if they want to price it, now don't help price it up, rack it up, and then it'll dump. And when it dumps, I'm talking about dump. I mean, I'm talking about it don't take long for it to dump. It takes it 2 times faster to rise than it does to drop. You get 2%, or you can't get out of that, man. You can't get out. I saw guys on video that I keep in touch with or whatever. I call them and say, "What's going on, man? Tell me what's going on. Or you guys got or whatever." They're sitting back in their lawn chair in their living room and drinking a beer. I'm like, "What are you guys doing?" They're like, "I'm just watching my money go away." Just watching my money because they're like other exchanges. They couldn't do anything. They couldn't move their money. They couldn't do anything. So the fact is, I'm just sitting there, and there's no worse feeling than sitting there think you can't do anything. In those kind of situations when you're losing money, what you do is you do anything, even if it's wrong. Just try it. Do something. Exchanges like you can't do anything, and it's a 24-hour cycle. So guess what? There's no win. There is no win in crypto, and I'll say it. I don't know if it's all rigged. I don't know all of those issues or whatever. All I'm saying is that by utilizing crypto and looking at the market, I can say that there is no money in crypto. All these people who have all these big accounts, they show you these big accounts. How'd they get that? Well, they went and borrowed from investment banks, from investments that they would actually put a lien against your crypto. In other words, they gave you a loan based on just crypto. So guess what? You go out and borrow this money or crypto, drop it in your account, and you borrowed this much money. Now all of a sudden it drops. All of a sudden now how much you got to pay it back? It goes up, don't it? Yeah. It's kind of like those balloon mortgages, kind of like those freaking ARMs, 1-year T-bills, freaking coffee loan. What the hell is the coffee loan? I know. Luckily, we don't have it. We don't have an adjustment period on it, so it doesn't adjust every 6 months or a year. But the fact of the matter is that it don't have to. It's lightning quick. They can get in, get out, gone. If you don't understand that crypto was actually made for money laundering, I'm sorry to welcome to the party, but this is what crypto was meant to do, to launder money. And if you were on the losing end of that deal, I'm telling you, the people that launder money, they want their money. And they'll do anything, by any means necessary, they will go and get your money. Because the fact is, it's money that's laundered, it's theirs, and they can now actually put it overseas. And guess what? I can move to the Bahamas. But we have a lot of shady characters that are in crypto that are actually just running a system. I don't care if you want to launder money through crypto. It doesn't make no difference to me. I don't care what you do for a living. I don't give a shit who you are or whatever. God dang. Don't Don't kill everybody. Don't put everybody out of business. But hell, we're trusting people who have to launder money. So there we go. That's basically how it is. I can see no, and I've since I've been here, since I've been away, uh, third massive order, third massive dollar upheaval has started. What do we got? I'm sorry, I'm just going to read this to you real quick. It's on Market Date. It's nothing. Biden signs order for 24 hours, 24/7 surveillance of all citizens. I don't know if I believe that to look that up, but um, anyway, that's probably another Trump ad or whatever. Don't get me started on that. I am, like Wendy O says, I am right true, right down the middle. I agree with some, not libertarian. I don't. No, I'm more. I think more I'm a constitutionalist, but that's beside the point. These points that I have brought up, even if I'm wrong, just think about them and say, okay, because everybody's thinking about, okay, how can I make the system work for me? How can I price out the market? How can I? And that's been an age-old question. How can you do with the market? Well, there's indicators. And what was our indicators? Well, it was 24 hours too late. It was 24 hours later. But the fact is, as soon as freaking stock market crashed, that's when we started crypto going down. That's Bitcoin going down. You can go down in reverse, whatever, until the freaking shockwave hit. But 2 days in a row, we're actually hitting rock bottom, and we're $500 loss. I mean, $500 point drop, 700 point drop. I mean, it's like, damn, how can we continue? I look at the Dow Jones and I'm like, how the hell can we keep doing this? Because any market, even crypto market, they rely on your income coming in. They rely on you putting income in, grabbing some profit, whatever, the whole 9 yards or whatever. But here's where we're going to go with this, because we're going to have a recession coming up. That means people are going to be pinching pennies. That means they're not going to have a whole lot of money to spend in crypto. And there's more value to the dollar, because the fact is, you know what? I need to put this money away somewhere where I can get to it. From your broker or not. I have a couple of guys that are my friends. We're both Marine Corps buddies, and we kind of got this on the side. But like I said, I went to work in secondary marketing. But the fact of the matter is that I cannot see any upside, guys. I cannot right now at this point see any upside of putting $20 on anything. Things that I was looking at, I was looking at Polymatic and then DAI. I was looking at that for a little bit. I was looking at that. Yeah. And all of those have gone down at least 5% from yesterday. And they're not going up. So this is what I see from crypto. You can do whatever the hell you want to do. I don't care. It's your money. Yeah, I don't care. If you want to wipe your butt with $20 bills, I don't give a shit. But what I'm saying here is that you can't avoid this. You can't avoid this situation by doing one thing: just getting out, sitting on the sidelines, and watch the show. Watch the shit show. Because guarantee me, it's going to get worse and it gets better. People keep saying, well, the contagion is still, it still hasn't taken effect. I agree with that. We're not yet to see the damage crypto's done. And there's going to be a lot more big companies that are going to be falling. There is a stock, or there is a coin that I'm looking at right now. It's ICM. They're coming out with they come out with partners with Fidelity, and there's one other bank. Anyway, but Fidelity is known for lending. It's known for taking a little risk. It's more like an investment bank. So in other words, it's ready to take a little bit more risk. But anyway, they're going on. They're creating ICM. It hasn't come out yet. I don't know. I don't know when it's coming out, but the fact of the matter is that I just looked and see who was investing in it. I'm like, no, I'm not. I don't like the banks they're dealing with. That's what you have to look at. You have to look at who these people do business with to see what part of the line is the break? What part of that chain is the broken link? And hopefully we'll find out. I don't know. I'm just saying from what I see and what I hear on chat, and I listen to everybody that has a chat that on crypto. I put it on the background. I listen. In my operation during the day, I got a whiteboard. I got my TV, right, big screen TV right here, and the ticker's on every morning. I got coffee, and I'm sitting here trying to figure out what the hell's going on with the market. How can I make money today? And I can't see that I'm going to make any money in crypto. I can't see how I'm going to make it. I will see some.
With the 49ers, the Giants, and he is down in pain. Also, Kelvin Beachum, who's been really the only mainstay on that offensive line, is also being checked on. Injury timeout from Denver.
Bug it up. No, I didn't do it. Look at that. No, don't mind no. Don't mind no